Hi everyone, my name is Leah and I'm here from Big Ideas Wales today. I'm one of the role models and yes, I know you're going to be taking part in the Enterprise Troopers. So my session today is going to be about how do we get ourselves in the best place to come up with the best ideas. So my business is all about helping people to feel good, help them feel a bit happier, help them feel a bit calmer, and help them to be a little bit kinder as well to themselves and to other people. And I find that when we feel good, we do good things. So today's session is going to be about, I'm going to show you 3 things. We're going to do 3 practices that can help us to feel good in ourselves so that we can do good things and we can come up with really, really good ideas. Now, I don't know about you, but when you feel maybe stressed or you're worried about stuff, it's hard to be creative, isn't it? It's hard to come up with really good ideas when we're not feeling very good. So I want to ask you a question first of all. What does being creative mean to you? When you think of the word creative, what does that mean? Have a think about that for a second. So, depending on your answers, being creative is just coming up with ideas. And I think that everybody can be creative. I think we're all creative in one way or another because we have to come up with ideas every single day. We have to work out how to do things. We have to find our way to places. We might have to think about what we want to eat, what we're going to wear. And obviously we come up with ideas if maybe we're doing something creative. Maybe you're involved in sports or art projects, or maybe you love music, maybe you like writing stories. So we're always being creative, we're always coming up with new ideas. But as I said, today we're going to practice some things that's going to get us really focused and to help us really feel a little bit calmer, a little bit happier, a little bit kinder, and a little bit more creative as well. So, the first thing I want you to think about is that our brains can time travel. Yeah, so sometimes we can be thinking about things that have happened in the past. So things that maybe happened yesterday or the day before or a long time ago. And it's great sometimes because we can think about some really good memories. Yeah, think about a time when you maybe had a really great holiday, you went somewhere, you did something really fun. Think about maybe something funny that's happened, maybe something that you watched or a joke that somebody told you that's really funny. And think about think about those good memories. Yeah, what do they feel like when you think about them? They feel pretty good, don't they? Yeah, when we think about good memories, things that have happened that we've really enjoyed, they make us feel good inside. They make us feel good right now. Even though they're not happening right now, they make us feel good right now. And maybe you can imagine something in the future that hasn't happened yet, but that you're really looking forward to, that you're really excited about. Yeah, is there something at the moment that you're really looking forward to, you're really excited about? So maybe you're going somewhere at the weekend. Maybe you've got a holiday booked. Maybe you're going to try something new. And when you think about that thing, even though you haven't done it yet, you can start to feel excited, can't you? Even though it's not happening right now. So our brains are very clever. We can time travel. We can think about the past and we can think about the future as well. But sometimes we can think about things in the past that perhaps weren't very good. Maybe yesterday somebody said something that upset you. And you went home and you were thinking about it again. And when you were thinking about it again, you felt sad or you felt upset again, even though it wasn't happening right now. And maybe you're worrying about something that's in the future that hasn't happened yet. Maybe you've got a test coming up. Maybe you've got to do something new and you're a bit scared about it. And when you think about it now, you feel a bit scared. So have a think, are there any things like that that maybe you've thought about in the future that might happen that you're a bit worried about? Or maybe something that happened yesterday or the day before that upset you a little bit and it makes you feel a bit rubbish right now. So it's amazing that our minds can time travel. It's amazing that we can think about the past and the future. But sometimes, if that makes us feel bad, how do we help ourselves feel better? How do we get ourselves into a place where we feel good again? Because if we feel bad, it's really hard to come up with good ideas. So how do we get ourselves in that space to help us feel good again? Well, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to look at 3 different ways that we can help us come back to the here and now. Yeah? Because even though we can time travel in our minds and it's amazing, right now you're watching this video with me and you're in your classroom and everything's kind of okay. There's nothing bad happening right now. So we can just come back to the here and now. So the first exercise we're going to do is we're going to do a body scan exercise. So this is going to involve us moving a little bit. So you might want to stand up. Yeah, you might want to put your chairs under the desk or wherever you are. Have a little space around you. And we're going to get our bodies moving a little bit. What we want to do is we want to get our heart rates up. So you know when you've been for a jog, you've been for a run, you've moved around really quickly and your heart starts to beat fast. That's what we're going to do now, just for 1 minute, okay? Are you up for it? Now, I've got my dog down here, so if I get up and jump around, he might get and jump up around with me as well. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so let's get our bodies moving. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So we need to jog on the spot. Yeah, you might want to do some star jumps. Yeah, you might want to kick your legs. Yeah, you might want to have a bit of a dance. Yeah, whatever you need to do to get your body moving, get your heart rate up. See how fast you can jog. How fast can you get those legs moving? Yes, really, really fast. Jump up and down. We still got another 30 seconds to go. Keep going, keep moving. Keep those legs going, kick them out, swing them up, whatever you need to do, get that heart rate up. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. And stand still. Yeah? Stand really, really still now. So everybody stop. I want you to stand still. I want you to be really quiet. Don't make a sound. And I want you to put your hand on your chest. And there's no need to say anything, but just notice what you can feel with your hand. What's happening in your body? So I want you to notice your heart beating in your chest. I want you to notice your breathing. Yeah, what's happening in your body? I want you to feel your heart beating fast. I want you to feel your breath coming in and out of your body. And I want you to notice what's happening now. Is it slowing down at all? No need to say anything. Just give us a nod. Is your heart slowing down a little bit now? Is your breathing slowing down a little bit now? Yeah, maybe you can take a big deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just keep really quiet and really still. Notice what's happening now. Is your heart rate slowing down a little bit more? Are you breathing a little bit slower now? And what's happening in your body? Maybe you can feel some tingling in your body. Maybe you feel a little bit sweaty under your arms. Just notice what's happening now. How much slower is your heart now from when we were running and jumping? And take one more big deep breath in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Okay. And I want you to sit back down now. So, have a chat for a minute with your teacher, your classroom. Have a chat. What did you notice in your body? What changed from the time you were jumping and running? And how do you feel right now? Have a think about those questions for a minute. Okay, so what we did there with that exercise is we got ourselves back in touch with our bodies. Now remember I said we can be thinking about the past, we can be thinking about the future, and our bodies, our breathing, our heart rate, we move our bodies, it brings us right back into the here and now. Very hard to think about the past and the future when your heart is beating fast and you're jumping up and down or you're focusing on your breath. So that's a really quick exercise you can do if maybe you're worrying about something. If you're thinking about something that's happened before or something that you're worried about in the future, great way to come back to the here and now is our bodies. And when we move our bodies, we send oxygen to our brains and that gets us thinking. Yeah, so if we want to come up with good ideas, a good place to start is by moving our bodies. Yes, a brilliant way to get our energy up and get our brains focused. Yeah. So that's the first exercise for us. Okay, so the second exercise that I love to do with students and with teachers and with adults in workplaces as well is getting you to celebrate the good stuff, to think about the things that you're already really proud of and that make you happy. So I'm going to show us how to make a jar of joy. Now, here is my jar of joy. Now this, not this exact jar, but my friend gave me a little jar a couple of years ago on a New Year's Eve. And she said, I want you to write in it 3 things every day that make you feel happy. Things that you're really proud of, things that you're grateful for, things that just make you feel really good. Maybe something that's just made you smile today. And what I find is when I do this every day, I write 3 things down that make me happy, that make me smile, that I feel grateful about. I start to feel happier generally and I start to notice more good things. Yeah. So our brains are really clever. If we ask them to look for the good stuff, they'll see more of it. Yeah. It's really helpful if we're trying to come up with ideas. Yeah. If we want to think of good things and we want to come up with good ideas, we need to already think about what's good now, what's good about me in my life, yeah, and what am I really, really proud of or really happy about. So you might want to create a jar of joy in school or at home. You might want to get a book and write those 3 things down. Or you may want to chat about it with a friend and ask them, what 3 things make you really happy? What 3 things are you proud of? Or what 3 things are you grateful for and they make you smile? So I want you to have a think about this for a second and try and come up with 3 things today that make you smile, or maybe that you're grateful for, or 3 things that you're proud of. Something that when you think about them, you feel really good about them, yeah? Now an example for me is that this morning I took my dog for a walk, who's lying down behind me now, you'll see him at the end. We went for a walk and it was a lovely sunny morning and I let him off the lead and he just ran through the park and he just looked so happy, his tail was wagging and his ears were flapping in the wind and he just makes me really, really smile. So maybe you've got a pet that makes you smile, yeah? Maybe you've got a friend that makes you laugh. Maybe you've had something delicious to eat today, it's your favourite food and you love it. Anything at all, it can be big things, it can be small things, but just try and come up with that now. So maybe in your class, grab a piece of paper and think of 3 things, 3 good things for yourself that make you smile or make you happy. Go and have a go at that now. Okay, so how did that go? I hope it might have been easy for you to think of 3 good things, but maybe it wasn't. Yeah, sometimes when we don't feel very happy or things are quite hard at the moment, it can be hard to think of 3 good things. And if you are struggling, one question I like to ask myself is, what would I miss if it was taken away from me right now? What would I miss if I didn't have it? Yeah. So I can think of lots of things, yeah. My lovely, safe, comfortable home. What if my dog that I talked about, if I didn't have my dog, that would make me feel a bit sad. So what things would I miss if they weren't with us now? So I hope you got to share some of those in class, your 3 good things. And that is a practice that you can do every single day. Yeah, you might have a jar that you keep next to your bed. Maybe you bring it into school. Maybe you have something shared in your classroom. So with some schools, we've created a box and we call it a celebration box. It might look a little bit like this, yeah? And in the celebration box, you can post things. You can post your 3 good things every day. And maybe perhaps you keep it in there for a week. And at the end of the week, you get to read it out and everybody gets to read their good things together. Yeah, it's a good reminder that sometimes when we forget all the things that make us feel good, it's a good reminder that there's always something to be grateful for, always something going on that's good for us. So our final practice for this session, I am sending you on a secret kindness mission. Yeah. So, I don't know about you, but when we do something kind or something thoughtful, or we say something nice to somebody else, it obviously makes them feel good, but it makes us feel good as well. When we're kind to other people, we actually get happy chemicals in our body. And those happy chemicals make us feel happier, healthier, and help us to do good things. So again, if we're coming up with ideas and we want to, work on something and be creative and come up with ideas, kindness is a really, really great thing to feel. So this secret kindness mission is so much fun. I've done it with loads of schools, I've done it in workplaces, I've done it out in the community. And what it is what we do is we write a thank you note to somebody. So I want you to think of someone now that you admire, or maybe has done something really great for you in the past, or someone that you just want to say thank you to. And I want you to write them a little note. You can put your name on it, or you can leave it anonymous if you want it to be a surprise. But the trick about it is that we want to get it to them in a really sneaky way. Yeah. So I've written thank you notes to people before, and I've hidden them under their pillow. So if it's someone that you live with, you might want to write a thank you note to a parent or your brother or sister. You might sneak it under their pillow. You might hide it in the fridge. You might maybe pop it in their bag or on their desk. It might be a teacher that you want to say thank you to. It might be somebody that helps you at school. Maybe somebody that works in a canteen even, that you see every day and you want to say thank you to them. You sneak them a little note. And the thing with this is when they find it, they just feel amazing. And you'll feel amazing because they'll probably want to thank you for it if you've put your name on it. And what happens then is we get a double dose of happiness. Yeah, so they feel amazing and we feel amazing, and it means we get like a double dose of happiness. We feel kindness all around. And when we feel kindness, we feel we can do incredible things. Yeah. So I want to give you some examples of some of the notes that I've received when I've done this in school, and kids have given me these in really sneaky ways. They popped them in my folder, under my chair, in my bag. So I've had these of some students, and I had, "Hi, happy lady." I just want to say thank you for teaching me how to be happy every day when I feel worried and anxious. I will take these into my day-to-day practice. I've had another one says, thank you for helping me through this mindfulness lesson. They actually helped me quite a lot, from Katie. And I've had running these sessions. It has really helped me to handle stress around my exams, from Jess. So these are some of the notes. I keep these up in my office now. And you might want to make some cards or get some thank you cards. These are some other ones that we've sent out in schools and in the community as well. So the trick with this is, as I said, think of someone that you'd like to thank. Maybe think of where you want to hide it. It's got to be somewhere they're going to find it. And think of what you would say to them. What would you like to thank them for? And I want you to do this. And remember, this is a secret mission now. So maybe you start doing this today or sometime this week at school. Maybe you do it at home and then you come back into school and tell people what it was like when the person found the note. But this is another great way to get us to feel good. So have a think about that for a second. Give it a go. I want you to go away now and I want you to think about who you want to send your note to. I want you to think about where you're going to plant the note, what secret hiding place you're going to plant it. And then when you've done it and you come back into school, I want you to think about how did you feel when you did it? What happened? Tell them all about it. Tell us the story of what happened when the person found the note, yeah? Okay, so those are your 3 practices to try out. And I hope they help you to feel good and to come up with good ideas for the enterprise troopers. Now, before we go, I promised you that you would meet my dog. My dog I can't bring into schools usually, so it's really great that I can do this from home where you can meet him. I've got some treats to get him up. So, here's my dog, Quincy. Quincy, you gonna sit? Come on. Sit. There's a good boy. How many of you have got pets at home? Yeah? I bet they make you feel good. So I'm going to give Quincy a treat. Even though he's had these treats a million times before, he still loves having them. So, you a good boy? Yes. There's a good dog. There's a good dog. So it's nice to have you to meet Quincy. It's a real treat because, as I say, I can't bring him into schools. But I hope you enjoyed today's session and good luck with your enterprise troopers. And thank you for listening. Take care. See you soon.